Have a reason for every entry. This is what I tell people who are considering entering a day trade. Here's the best way to make the decision. Pretend you have a trading student in your office who's standing behind your chair watching you work. Now, before taking an entry, can you fully explain to this student the reason for your entry? Here's an example. Here's a trade I took today and the reason behind it. And it's just an example to show that I could have easily explained the reason here. This is AMCX. Believe me, I hated shorting anything to do with Breaking Bad and The Walking Dead, two of my favorite shows ever. But look at this daily chart. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 days in a row, straight up from 63 bucks to 70. And back here on October 1st, it had hit a high of 69.83. So anytime you're taking out a recent high on the daily chart, but let's get the drawing tool going here. But you've got this kind of a move to get there. Okay, so this is an area where when it takes out this high, this is an area where I'm looking for an intraday short because of that shape. I mean, it's just come straight 4 days in a row. Remember when you first started trading and you think, hey, if it breaks above this October 1st high, it's got tons of room. There's really no resistance to the left. I always try to remember that now that I've traded quite a few years. This is not an area, and then you would take the long as it breaks that and you'd scratch your head when it didn't work. So reverse that thinking and say, okay, this has come a long way to get to this area. I'd love for it to get above this area and then hopefully get a short, right? And so that's what I did. And I switched to intraday candles here. I'll use 15-minute candles. Okay, there, I switched to 15s. Now look how clean that is. You got a little kind of upside down hammer there. And a very narrow one. So it did take out that high I showed you on the daily. Great place to look for a reversal. Went ahead and shorted it as it took out this candle's low at 69.79. My stop, 69.99. And over the course of the next 45 minutes, got almost $1 out of it. It went down to 68.91. But the important point here being it was very easy to explain why I was looking for a potential short there, right? Now your idea, it could be something as simple as a clean pullback on 5-minute candles to the 20-period moving average on a stock that broke out this morning on the daily chart on strong volume, right? Maybe it's a capitulation sell-off into strong support. Either way, they're easy to explain, right? Heck, maybe it's a stock with a price that's your lucky number, and it started raining at exactly noon on a Wednesday. Now, I hope that's not one of your strategies, but if it is, or if it's worked in the past, at least you can give your pseudo student standing behind you a reason for the entry, although, like I said, I hope that would never be the reason. The main point here is that if you can't give a clear reason for an entry, simply pass on the trade, because if you couldn't explain it to a student, then you're probably just winging it, right? Seat of your pants type trading, and over the long haul, you're going to do a lot better by just passing on those.